Welcome back to a new Food Reviews with Fatty. As always, I'm your host, Fatty, aka Jay. First things first, I do want to go ahead and say I apologize for the last maybe 2 weeks that you haven't really seen any videos. It's kind of been a thing that I'm going through. I did have a little bit of a mental health scare there for a little bit. I've been going through a lot of things starting off the year because right now my job searches haven't been that great. I just wanted to address the elephant in the room before we move forward. And I decided to show you the new thing that Taco Bell has. And I'm kind of hoping it's good. They call them the steak cheesy queso chalupa sliders. Now I gotta say, first things first, these names are getting kind of ridiculous, right? Because now they're just calling it just pretty much anything. But what they are is they're two fun-sized tostadas, as they call them. And they're built like the Crunchwrap. In my case, I got steak. So it has steak, jalapeno sauce, pico de gallo, and cheese. And there you can see the little slider. It's not really like the most impressive thing. These do run for $4.99 for two of them, which is the base price for a regular sized chalupa, just to be perfectly honest. And they also come with a green sauce, is what they call it, which this is actually a sauce that was from one of their Decades menus, actually. So you can see that there, the green sauce. They had this green sauce before. If you know about it, if you're in the know, should I say, in the 80s, they did this with a burrito. They had it was called a green chili burrito, I believe. I could be wrong on the name, but I know it had the green chili sauce on it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop the lid off this bad boy, and we're going to go ahead and give her a rip. I just want to make sure she sees this. Oh, so this might be like a green chili queso. It's actually like a cheese and chili sauce deal, so we're going to go ahead and give her a rip, I guess, because it's basically where we're at with it. I think calories were like 500 calories for two. Something like that, like 500 to 600 calories. I can't really remember. But either way, I just wanted to get past the whole reason why there hasn't been videos and kind of just jump straight into this one because honestly, I don't feel that it's going to be that special, especially when they're using everything that's off the menu. I just decided to try it because it's the new one. And I wasn't sure about this green chili queso either because I don't know if it's hot, spicy, or what, but there you go. Take a little look there when it's covered in the queso, green chili queso. And, of course, down the hatch. And another thing, my big thing about this is I really don't like pico very well. But I'm assuming with the size, there won't be much pico. It's not the tomatoes I don't like, it's the onions. Or I just always had an infinity. Not an infinity. Long story short, I don't like onions. Okay, so. But I decided to give it a rip, and I kind of forgot that they had pico on it, so I'm going to go ahead and do the video either way. See the sacrifices that I make for you people when I do videos. And just for the record, there are going to be more videos coming. I just had to get my mind right. I need a little me time to get my head straight because it's really tough when you're in a situation where you're not really sure where your money's coming from and bills are coming up. So it was something that, pardon me, the bread's going to choke me. I'm sorry, the taco shell. Yeah, when you don't know where your bills are coming, the money for your bills are coming from, and you gotta try to figure that out. It's a really tough situation. I'm still working on that right now, currently. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and give you a little nice look. Again, there it is. You want to see a cross section? I'll bite through the cross section. I mean, in my opinion, It just feels like something that if, like I say, one of them pusher main push these things, this is how you'd make them real small. Not very much meat inside. The jalapeno kind of overpowers everything else. I really should have done this other place for a review, but I am holding off some restaurants to do. There's one in specific that's right in the area here. It's an actual taqueria. And I'm thinking about trying that. I'm sorry, taqueria. I'm learning. I'm practicing. I got 38 days under my belt. I understand the words when I see them. A lot of them. But I'm also practicing the enunciation and speaking. By the way, shout out to Duolingo. I know you're no sponsor for me, but Duolingo could be. So that's the thought, Duolingo. Just throwing it out to you, buddy. I'm studying Spanish on your app. So maybe you want to sponsor the channel. By the way, just for the record, we are looking for sponsors currently. You can reach out to me at foodreviewswithfatty@gmail.com. Again, that's foodreviewswithfatty@gmail.com. Duolingo, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you could be a sponsor and your name could be in every video. Help a brother out right now. I need some help. Thought about starting a GoFundMe, but nobody would pay anything into it because I'm just a regular old guy, and you know, men don't get the same kind of love that most people do. Not most men. I mean, so anyhow, I'm gonna skip straight to the point. Yeah, really tiny. I expected that, but there's very little meat in it. They didn't put enough in here to even equal what it really should be. The sauce is like it's definitely a queso, but it's like a really bland queso. And that jalapeno sauce or whatever it is, creamy chipotle, doesn't really do it for it, I don't think. It's not bad, though. Now, I will say, if you have like small kids who don't eat a lot, or you just wanted a quick bite to eat, this wouldn't be terrible. Because it's a quick little handsy meal. You know, you can just so, on this one in specific, for value, I'm going to give it a 5. For look, 10. And for overall, it sits at about a 6. How I get that score from that is because, although they're not too bad, for the same price, you could have bought like 2 tacos off of one of the other menus. I think the Cravings menu, they have like these tacos that are a couple bucks, like $2.50, something like that, which would have really stretched further. But in the overall, it's not super terrible. I do feel that it could be better. So yeah, I mean, that's where I stand with this. Let's see about Mr. Predicto, because I know you missed him. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Mr. Predicto, do these Taco Bell cheesy steak chalupa sliders suck?
Yes, I am sure.
Okay, Mr. Predicto, he's on point today. He's like, yeah. So do I think these are the best?
No.
And would I get this again?
Forget it.
Unless I wasn't very hungry.
No way.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to say shout out to all the subscribers that do watch the videos. I've noticed that the channel has moved a little bit. My last video got a decent amount of views in the last 10 days since I've been gone from making videos, which isn't too bad. Pardon me, I do apologize. That Chipotle gets me every time it gets my nose. It just makes me rub my nose. But anyhow, yeah, this is just something, like I said, that if you're on a budget and you're trying to get something really quick, that's just a quick bite to eat, then sure, go right ahead. But I would suggest to take a look at the rest of the menu before you make this decision. Also, shout out to the Park Boulevard location for nothing, because I encountered the woman that I encountered when I did the rainbow birthday cake churros last time, the last video 10 days ago. And I kind of just ran into the same thing. She just took my order, threw it on the table, and then just made me sit there and wait for it. The customer service at this place is unnerving, because they already have a mobile spot where you can just pick up your order, and instead of putting it right there, they put it on a table behind the thing. Now, I'm not saying people wouldn't go in there and pick up orders, and then you got this problem, some kind of fiasco. But at the same time, don't you think that, like, if you got a mobile order pickup, maybe you should let people pick up their order at the mobile instead of having to wait around for people? Especially when everybody just stood there. I'm just standing there for like almost 10 minutes just hanging out. I ordered this when I left my house, and it takes me, including the Park Boulevard light where I live at, it takes me about 8 to 10 minutes to get there to begin with. And then I was in there for about another 8, and they're just sitting there like, and my order doesn't happen to be there, so I got to wait for them to get my order still. I mean, just, it's unnerving, the speed of service at the front counter. And going through the drive-thru, there's usually like 10 or 12 cars, so it's at this time of night. Because I am shooting this currently at around 7, 8 o'clock at night. So yeah, I mean, this has just been an unnerving experience yet again. Taco Bell on Park Boulevard in Pinellas Park, it's always going to let you down. So I would suggest, if you're going to do it, maybe go to like the Homerton location, because they're actually pretty decent. Usually when I order from them, my order's right there. The only reason I go to this one is because it's a little more convenient on the gas fuel mileage. And so, yeah. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Well, I guess tonight I'm calling it a night, because normally I shoot videos during the daytime. But I had some issues today with sleep. Last night I was up for nearly 24 hours, just alone with my thoughts and trying to reprogram upstairs, trying to make some changes, really see what I can do to try to start taking better mental health care of myself, and get a job and all this good stuff. So I do apologize for that, like I said, but in this case, since it's night, I'm going to call it a night. And as always, food reviews with Fatty, out.